Hey, what's up? My name is Marie and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how to do your makeup and foundation if your skin is dry and crusty like mine. Yes, I am. And I feel for you because it is a struggle day to day. I know. Anyways, I'm going to show you guys how I do my foundation, little tips and tricks that have helped me kind of combat the dry, flaky, just disgustingness. But if you want to see how I did this, then go ahead and keep on watching and let's just get right into it. So one thing that I didn't mention in the video that I know I should have is I love this Nivea Lip Butter in Raspberry Rose for my lips to keep them nice and moisturized. I have not found a lip chapstick, whatever you want to call it, that moisturizes my lips the way this does. Like, they can be cracked, dry, broken, bleeding, and this stuff will fix them. It is amazing. Holy grail. Never getting rid of this. Love it to death. Alright, let's get into the video. Since my skin is so dry, I don't use like any soap or anything to wash it. If I do, just to remove my makeup, I use this Unscented cleansing oil made by Balm. And then I'll just use that to take off my makeup, and then I'll rinse with water, or I'll use it, my Clarisonic with a super sensitive brush. I have this bottle filled with salt water, and I'll spray that on my face after and then rinse it off. It does kind of burn a little bit, but I swear it helps. So those are the two things that I use to cleanse my face. I don't use anything else, just plain water, rinse. To moisturize my face, I've already today put on this, it's called Balm for sensitive dry skin, and all it is olive oil and beeswax. This is all I've had on my face today. But if I'm going to do my makeup, I will use, and sometimes I'll use this too, but I only use this when I'm going to do makeup, and this is a moisturizer by the brand Eminence Organic Skincare, and it's Linden Calendula treatment is what it's called. And I'll use this and I will mix it with this rosehip and argan oil facial serum from Fig and Yarrow, and I'll moisturize my face with that before I do my foundation. So I'm going to do that right now. Just put a couple drops, probably like 5 or 6, mix it together, and then just moisturize on my face with it. I have extremely dry and sensitive skin, super red most of the time. You might be able to see it on my neck, I don't know, but it's really dry, itchy, sensitive. I have really bad eczema. I stopped using steroids probably like 9 months ago, and I went through the worst 9 months of my life so far, but it's getting better. I will insert a picture of my face when I first stopped using steroids right now. It was awful. So trust me, I've tried everything, all the tricks. I've found these things work the best for my dry skin personally. Maybe experiment with some of these things for yourself. My skin is really kind of breaking out right now, but I went through like 4 months of my skin producing absolutely no oil, and my face was like tight and just awful, but I didn't have any zits, nothing, no blackheads, no whiteheads. My skin was like porcelain, but it was like plastic, and it was so tight and uncomfortable. It was awful. But you know what, if I put makeup on it, it looked really nice because it was such a nice smooth surface to work with. So I've found that the Benefit Porefessional works really well with my skin before putting on makeup. It's not drying, and I do really like it. It kind of just smooths everything over. It doesn't irritate my skin. It doesn't burn. So that's always a plus for me. It doesn't seem to dry it out either. I don't wear makeup every day for that reason, because my skin is so sensitive. I probably wear makeup like 2-3 times a week tops. And there was like a couple months where I wore like maybe makeup twice in a month. Feel free to comment below any tips you guys have for makeup and dry skin. This is just what I have found works for me. Make sure that's all blended in. I'm gonna let that sit for like a minute just to kind of soak in. I really like the L'Oreal True Match foundation. I am in the shade Natural Buff N3. In the summer when I have a little bit of a tan, I use N5. But I have found this, I always come back to this foundation. I've tried so many other foundations and this one is always the one I come back to. So I'm even a little nervous now because of how sensitive my skin is to even like branch out and try any other foundations because I'm terrified. I do want to try the L'Oreal True Match Lumi just because it's more of a dewy finish and my skin is so dry, but this one works really well in the areas where my face does produce oil. It doesn't get overly oily with this. Also, the trick for me that I have found with keeping your foundation from looking gross and splotchy from like dry patches is less is more. So I'm going to show you how I only use a tiny bit of foundation to get my face covered. So all I do is I take it, I shake it, I put some on my finger, I do a swipe on my forehead, swipe on my outer cheek, swipe on the other cheek, a little dot on the nose, dot on the chin, and then I'll actually do a couple more dots. A little bit here. I kind of do the perimeter of my face because my face is more dry in this area as opposed to the outside of my face, so I like to bring my foundation in as opposed to like working out. I like it to be super thin on the inner area, especially around my eyes is the driest. So I don't like to put a lot of foundation over there. I'm gonna blend this in with a sponge. This is a Real Techniques Beauty Blender if you're curious. And I blend it and then kind of bring it in. And I definitely just bounce it. I don't drag it at all because that's gonna just make the dry patches not look very cute. Make sure I get it up in my hairline. And then a little on my eyelid, but that's like a super dry area, so I try not to go too nuts over there with the foundation. Just super lightly. I don't like to put it on my neck either because my neck is really red and just icky right now. So my face looks nice and then it's like red, but whatever, it doesn't matter. That's why I have long hair, so I can cover up the red neck. I get it on my ears. So my camera stopped recording. I have no idea when it stopped. But I think it stopped when I was putting on my Cover FX Custom Enhancer drops, and I just put one here, here, down my nose, and on my Cupid's bow, and then they were like teeny little droplets. And then I blended it in with the back of my sponge. And like I was saying, I like using these because it's a liquid. The less powder I use, the better, because my skin is so dry. This, I haven't noticed anything bad. No reactions to my skin, hasn't dried me out. I really do like these. I use the color Sunlight in these. Really like them. I haven't had them for too long, but I love, love, love them. I don't like to use a lot of powder, but if I am, I have this translucent setting powder from the brand Well People, which is an organic makeup line, and I really like this. This is called the Realist Invisible Setting Powder, Clear Translucent. It's 100% natural, made in the USA, yada yada yada. This brand is actually always sold out online. Everywhere you go, I've tried to order other things from them, but it's really hard to get your hands on. So I will use a little bit of this just on my forehead and my chin, and then any extra I'll put like on my nose and my cheeks. As you've noticed, I stay far away from my eyes with powder and just makeup in general, because my eyes are the driest area of my face. So I don't like to use a whole bunch of powder around there. I'm gonna just take whatever's left on my brush and brush it across my eyes. Okay. I figure I'm gonna have eyeshadow and probably eyeshadow primer on my eyelids anyway, so that's good enough. Then I will do my eyebrows. And I just use the two matte colors from the Naked One palette. Yeah, you couldn't see that at all, but that's what I use for my eyebrows. Powder, I know, right? The first powder product aside from the powder that I set my makeup with. I just lightly fill them in because I just like my eyebrows how they are. I just make them a little darker here. And those are my brows. I'm trying to think if I've missed anything. Okay, cool. I'm going to use Hoola to bronze my face. I'm not going to go overly crazy with this. A little light contour today. Then for blush, I'm going to take the NARS blush in Orgasm, which I just got and I love, love, love it. Just pop a little bit on my cheeks. I do like a patting motion because the further I get up to my eyes, like I said, the drier my skin is, so I don't want to like flake off any dry pieces and then have them like just chill in there. Kind of gross, right? From there, I'm going to take this Naked Illuminate in Luminous with, this is just like a foundation brush, but I use it to highlight. Oh, hello. And I'm going to just take that, pop it right over where we put the candlelight, what am I saying? I'm going to pop this right over where I put the Cover FX enhancer drops in Sunlight. A little bit down my nose, forehead, here, on the Cupid's bow. Cool. To set everything, I actually just got this. I've only used it once, so I have no idea if it works for me or not, or if it actually dries out my skin. So this is just extra because I have it, and I feel like if you're going to use a setting spray, use a dewy finish one if you have dry skin, because you don't want anything like drying your face out even more. So this is just the NYX one. The NYX Dewy Finish setting spray, and I'm just gonna hold this back from my face, close my eyes. Let that dry. It almost feels like I'm spraying hairspray on my face because I used to do that when I was like younger and my skin was nice to set my makeup, but can't do that anymore. And it's actually kind of gross, so I don't recommend, but if you're in a pinch, it actually works great. Anyways, so that's my foundation routine. I'm gonna go finish my makeup and I will come right back to finish the video. Okay, so I have finished doing my makeup. I literally just threw on like 2 eyeshadows and some lip gloss. Oh, and mascara. But anyways, I also wanted to say just some more tips for keeping your skin healthy and vibrant and glowing and less dry. Just make sure you're drinking a ton of water. Make sure you're getting enough vitamin D and B and all those other vitamins, but especially vitamin D. If you can't get out in the real sun to get some at least 10-15 minutes a day, make sure you're taking a vitamin D supplement. That's going to help so much with your skin, I promise. But yeah, so eat healthy, make sure you're eating your greens, detoxing, don't eat too much sugar or bread. So those things are definitely going to help keep your skin moisturized and glowing and beautiful and fresh. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any tips on keeping your skin healthy and not dry like mine, leave a comment below. Or if you have any tips on doing your makeup if you have crusty dry skin like me. I don't know if you saw the picture I inserted earlier, but yeah, so you know it's a struggle, and I know a lot of people know it's a struggle. So thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because I make videos all the time. More videos coming your way soon, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!